For some reason, they don't want to have cure of cancer, and they realize very well that, for instance, in malignant brain tumors, there are about 100,000 people who are suffering in the United States. If our treatment is approved, majority of them can be helped. But Texas Medical Board knows about it, and because they know about it, they would like to destroy us. What is the reason behind it? Perhaps it should be the subject of next investigation. But certainly, I think there are some monetary reasons behind it, not really helping people of Texas and the United States, because many people's lives were saved because of our activities. But this furious attack based on frivolous charges persists, is draining our resources, is taking a lot of our time. Texas Medical Board should protect the life of the people in Texas and also in America, and if people are coming from the other part of the world to be helped. But they don't. They would like to put us out of business, and they are preoccupied in doing this. Okay, so I think they should be stopped. This needs to be exposed, and from historical perspective, it will be investigated. Why are they doing this? Why they are doing this, representing people of Texas and taking salary from taxpayers' money? Why they are hurting taxpayers, and why they are involved in some type of criminal activities, which will cause thousands of people dying in the next years to come because of delay of our approval. Our medications ultimately will be approved because they work, and it will be proven what these people are doing.
It's really like such an emotional backwardness that we see, and lack of morals in it's almost like a cancer industrial complex now. And it's heart-wrenching.
I think most people think that they're just gonna wake up one morning and find a headline in the newspaper, hey, we just found a cure for cancer, that it's something that is going to be discovered by the pharmaceutical industry. And it's obvious to me, you know, after watching the Burzynski first film and doing the research that I've done, that there are alternative therapies that already exist and that are doing positive things. And then when we have government institutions that use taxpayer dollars that try to fight back against this good that's happening, it's mind-blowing, and I can't sit back and allow that to happen. So of course I need to come down here, have my voice heard, because it's really just a complete injustice that's taking place, really.
And we've forgotten what it's all about. We've really forgotten what it's all about.
And, you know, I brought a couple signs that say Dr. Burzynski is a hero, and I think everybody has different definitions of what that word means. But if you look at what he's up against, how easy it would be, he could just stop and say, oh, forget this, I'm done, I don't want to go to court anymore. But he's fighting the good fight, I believe, for a very good reason. To me, that's the definition of what a hero is. So, of course, I'm going to come out today and support that hero, for sure.
I think it's a travesty that a man that is basically bound by his own Hippocratic oath to look after the patients is now being trialed for doing what he was supposed to do. And it calls for a lot of people to stand up against this. It's actually, it's very saddening for me personally. I think that a lot of people aren't aware of how bad this really is. I think that unless we all stand up, things aren't going to get any better, and it really puts the onus back on us as a people. Like we've got doctors that have got out and put their lives, their families, their careers on the line. And Burzynski is one of the best examples you can find in the world of that. And we as the people have to stand for these doctors that need our support, that need a voice to stand for them and say the truth is, and to be bold about it.
And I believe they should be exposed to some type of investigation to find out why they did it and why they purposely blindly follow the orders of the people who are behind and who told them to destroy us. So this is something which is a complete nonsense, and which America should investigate, because it should not happen. Hopefully this will be explained and we'll be relieved from this menace which is really hurting us and hurting patients.
My name is Stephen. I'm here to support my friend. She has stage 4 cancer, and to support the great work of Dr. Burzynski.
Well, I'm here, first of all, because Dr. Burzynski saved my life. And also I believe that people have a right to choose whatever it is they want to do for their medical health. And that's our freedom in this country. But I'm mainly here because I feel like I owe Dr. Burzynski to show people that what he does is not quackery. I mean, I was given, 2 months to live, and here I am 7 years later, and I'm totally fine.
Did you have antineoplastons or the personalized?
I had the PB.
Okay. What type of cancer did you have?
Breast.
Breast.
I experienced breast cancer. But I no longer experience any cancer in my body whatsoever.
That's wonderful.
My wife was dying. I went to Texas Oncology. They told her make time to die. You have 60 days to live, or we can give you, serious chemo, and maybe you'll live 1 to 2 years. And so we said, no, we're not accepting that. And we looked around. We found Dr. Burzynski. Who went in and he gave us some hope. He said, I'm not sure, but I think we can turn this around. And in 60 days, the cancer that was in her lungs and in her sternum was gone. It just disappeared. If you'd have seen the x-ray she had on her lungs, it was totally white. Then 60 days later, we did another x-ray, gone, nothing in there. And, what he discussed it with us, it just made perfect sense that, if you're not working for the FDA or the drug companies, there's a way to cure cancer.
It's been more successful than a lot of the common treatments. Some cancer treatment has been successful, like in skin cancer. Skin cancer now is almost like a common cold, and it's great. But the internal cancers have not been successful. There needs to be a change in protocol. And Burzynski has a change in protocol. And with some of the patients, he's been very successful.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent, thank you. And do you think that...
Stephen, what
Yeah.
about giving
Yeah.
the oncologists an opportunity to speak directly to their patients about all care, not just our allopathic standardized care of radiation? Why is it a crime for our oncologists to not tell us the whole truth and nothing but the truth? How about that?
Okay,
It's baby steps, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need first. I found Dr. Burzynski years ago. I had a boyfriend who had a brain tumor, and I was looking for solutions because I wasn't finding anything sitting at Breckenridge Hospital in Austin, Texas. And his cancer was too far gone. He was immobilized in a coma, so he couldn't go participate in a trial with Dr. Burzynski. But that's how I heard about him. I further followed what he did, and online saw your video and bought it and show it to people. And just learning about the entire industry of cancer, and it's not just relegated to cancer, right? It's the entire medical industry and how backwards we are, and how we're fighting diseases with more diseases called medicine instead of having a healthcare system that's based on preventative and healing and physiological means to be healthy. So that's how I found out about Burzynski. And I've been following him and supporting him in whatever way I can. And when I got this email, I live here in Austin, I came down. I had to be here.